What if aging is not just something that happens to us, but something the body actively regulates? What if the reason aging seems to accelerate after 60 is not because our cells are wearing out, but because a quiet biological signal has slowly faded into silence? And what if scientists have been studying a small peptide, not as a miracle cure, not as anti-aging hype, but as a way to understand why the body gradually stops repairing itself? This is not a video about promises. It's about what Epithalon research is actually studying, and why it has held the attention of longevity scientists for decades. Many people describe aging as gradual, but if you listen closely to people over 60, a different story often emerges. Something shifts. Recovery slows. Sleep changes. The body feels less responsive, even when habits remain the same. It's not just about wrinkles or gray hair. It's about regulation. Biologically, aging accelerates when the systems that coordinate repair, rhythm, and renewal begin to lose synchronization. One of the most important of those systems is the neuroendocrine network, the communication loop between the brain, hormones, and cellular repair. At the center of that loop sits a tiny structure most people were never taught to think about: the pineal gland. Most people only associate the pineal gland with melatonin and sleep. But research has shown that its role goes far beyond that. The pineal gland acts as a timing center for the entire body. It helps coordinate when cells divide, when repair processes activate, when inflammation resolves, and when aging-related genes are expressed. As we age, pineal function declines. Melatonin output drops. Circadian rhythms fragment. Repair signals weaken. By the age of 60 or 70, melatonin production may be reduced by more than half. This decline is not cosmetic. It is systemic. And this is where Epitalon enters the scientific conversation. Epitalon is a synthetic peptide structurally similar to epithalamin, a peptide complex originally isolated from the pineal gland. It is not a stimulant. It is not a hormone replacement. It is not a supplement designed for quick results. It has been studied as a regulatory peptide, one that appears to influence how cells interpret time, repair, and aging signals. Researchers have asked questions like, can aging-related decline in cellular signaling be slowed? Can circadian regulation be partially restored? Can telomere dynamics be influenced without forcing abnormal cell division? These are not small questions. They go to the core of what aging actually is. One of the most discussed areas of Epithalon research involves telomeres. Telomeres are the protective caps at the ends of chromosomes, and they shorten with each cell division. When they become critically short, cells enter senescence, a state where they no longer divide or repair properly. Aging at the cellular level is strongly associated with telomere shortening. Some laboratory and animal studies have suggested that Epitalon may activate telomerase activity, stabilize telomere length, and improve replicative capacity in aging cells. This does not mean immortality. It does not mean uncontrolled growth. What researchers are studying is whether Epitalon helps restore normal signaling in aging cells, not override it. That distinction matters. Modern longevity science is not about living forever. It is about extending functional years, years where cells still listen, adapt, and recover. One of the most important shifts in aging science over the past decades is the realization that aging may be driven less by accumulated damage and more by loss of communication. Cells don't suddenly break. They stop receiving clear instructions. Inflammation stays on too long. Repair signals arrive too late. Sleep-wake cycles lose coherence. Epitalon is being studied not as a force, not as a push, but as a signal modulator. Almost like a reminder. A way of asking whether aging is not about replacing what's gone, but about restoring timing. If this way of thinking about aging feels different, more intelligent, more compassionate, this is exactly what we explore on Midlife Peptide Intelligence. We don't chase hype. We translate research into understanding. If you want to keep learning how peptides, signaling, and regulation shape aging after 50, consider subscribing. You don't need to fix your body. You need to understand it. Another area of Epitalon research involves circadian rhythm restoration. Aging disrupts circadian coherence. Sleep becomes fragmented. Hormone pulses flatten. Nighttime repair diminishes. Epitalon has been studied for its potential influence on melatonin normalization, sleep architecture, and nighttime cellular repair. This matters because most repair processes happen at night. If circadian timing is off, even perfect nutrition and exercise cannot fully compensate. Longevity is not only about what you do, it's about when your body is able to respond. Immune aging is another piece of the puzzle. As we age, immune responses slow, inflammation becomes chronic, and resolution mechanisms weaken. This phenomenon is often called inflammaging. Some studies suggest Epitalon may influence immune cell differentiation, inflammatory signaling balance, and immune surveillance efficiency. Again, not by boosting immunity, but by restoring regulatory balance. A calm immune system is a resilient one. One of the most interesting observations in Epitalon research is that its effects appear more pronounced in older organisms. This suggests it is not a performance enhancer and does not amplify youth. It seems to support systems that are declining, timing systems, repair systems, signaling systems. This is why Epitalon is often discussed in the context of post-60 longevity rather than youth-focused anti-aging trends. It is also important to be clear about what Epitalon cannot do. It is not a replacement for sleep. It is not a substitute for nutrition. It is not a shortcut around lifestyle. No peptide can override chronic stress, sleep deprivation, or metabolic dysfunction. Longevity research is additive, not compensatory. Peptides may support signaling, but the environment still matters. What makes Epitalon research truly fascinating is not what it promises, but what it reveals. It points to a different understanding of aging as dysregulation, aging as loss of rhythm, and aging as fading communication. And if that is true, then longevity is not about fighting the body. It is about listening more closely. If you are over 60 or approaching it, and you have felt your body becoming quieter, slower, less responsive, that does not mean it is failing. It means the signals are changing. On Midlife Peptide Intelligence, we explore those changes without fear, without exaggeration, and without false promises. If this video helped you see aging differently, consider subscribing. Understanding is one of the most powerful forms of longevity. Epitalon research is not about turning back time. It is about understanding time, how the body measures it, how cells respond to it, and how aging accelerates when timing breaks down. Longevity after 60 is not about doing more. It is about restoring coherence. Science is only just beginning to understand how deeply intelligent the aging body truly is.